Elden Ring is full of mini gods, and today you're gonna become the bleed god. Insane bleed damage you are going to be outputting on foes and bosses. This has to be the most broken bleed build that I've come across. And today, guys, I present to you guys the god tier bleed build. This one is going to just pretty much delete anyone that gets in front of you. If you guys like how that sounds, a like is much appreciated. And also, I just want to say thank you for everyone that likes the video and also subscribes, and especially for those that also go the extra mile by hitting that thank you button, and also for joining the Bold Nation by hitting that join button. It really means a lot to us, guys, because you guys help us in bringing to you guys quality videos. And guys, I was working on another build one and I'm like, no way. So this has to be the most broken bleed build. You guys are looking at the footage here. It just deletes anyone. Some foes go down sometimes with other builds in 3 or 4 hits. This ones, they are going in 1 and 2 and they are staying down. And let me tell you, with Mileena, it just takes her out so easily, so fast. And this one is so potent. So we are going to be focusing on one weapon in particular, and this one is going to be the Vulgar Militia Saw. This weapon, it is farmable. You guys are going to be able to get this at a 2% rate, but I'll show you guys where exactly you need to go and how to farm it. Okay, to get the weapon, you're going to come to this section that is going to be here, and you're going to come to this grace point. From here, you're going to get on your horse, and the best way to get this is to do this following route. You come through here, there is going to be one guy around here carrying the gun right there. And then there is going to be another one carrying this weapon right here. So that's 2. And there is one more in this section right around the corner. And there is one right here. See? So that's 3 of them. And that's the entire route that you guys need to do to get this weapon. Now, this weapon, you are going to be adding a Ash Award. The good thing about this weapon that it already comes with a passive effect of 55 of Bloodlust buildup. Now, we are going to be adding 2 Ashes Award. One is going to be the double slash, which you guys could probably use on your right hand, because we are going to be about to mimic the Rivers of Blood. And let me tell you, this is way better than the Rivers of Blood. And you guys were feeling sad because no more Rivers of Blood. Well, I got your back, boys. This one here, it just, let me tell you, Rivers of Blood is history. This here now, with a combination of the double slash, blood buildup, over 141 causes bloodlust buildup. That is insane. And we are talking about both weapons having 141 bloodlust buildup, which is ridiculous. We're talking about 282, which is just going to delete anyone that gets in front of you. And for this one, we are going to be using the Seppuku. This here is just an immortal build, and we're going to be using the white mask because we are going to be taking advantage by an additional 10% with the bloodlust that we are always going to have, because of the Seppuku is going to be always triggered for 60 seconds. So imagine that you guys are going to be god tier bleed build for 60 seconds. You're going to be causing mayhem in Elden Ring. And then we are going to be using the Raptor's Black Feather, which is going to help us with an additional 10% with any jump attacks. And then we're just going to be using the Nice Cavalry Greaves because they look pretty nice and also gives us a little bit of poise. But I know you guys are asking yourself, Tron, I am a bit worried because of my poise is really low, but I'll take care of that later on in the video, and you guys will see what you guys need to do exactly to be able to improve that. So how do you use this build? I'm glad you guys are asking that questions. And I know you guys are watching this because I know you guys want a bleed weapon that deletes anything. So first of all, we're going to be using a lot of jump attacks, and we are going to be deleting. So when you guys are doing jump attacks, you can always go into the actual war of the double slash, which is this. You guys see that it just mimics the Rivers of Blood with a final blow, which is exactly what the Rivers of Blood does. And since you are always triggered with the Bloodlust, you are always going to be dealing extra damage because of the Bloodlust. So as you guys see there, okay, well, that was one way, two ways of using this build. The other way you guys are going to be using it, of course, is going to be with the light attack, which is very lethal because you're always proccing the bleed. And then you guys have the strong attack. So you guys have all of those to your advantage, to your arsenal. So you guys are going to be very, very lethal. Now on to the talisman to make this even more god tier. And we're going to be using the Millicent Prosthesis. This one is going to boost our dexterity, raise attack power with any successive attacks by an additional 3%, 6%, and 13%. So it's going to have 3 different type of stages that you guys are going to be doing damage. Especially works when you guys are using the double slash, which as you guys see that successive attacks and boom, final blow. So that's going to be working just perfectly. And then next we are going to be using the Claw Talisman, which is going to enhance jump attacks by an additional 15%. And then what does the Raptor's Black Feathers do? 10%. So we're looking at 25% additional damage with bleed. You guys can imagine. Just make the math, boy, because right now I'm just too excited to bring you this build. Trust me. I told myself I gotta bring it to the boys. And then we are going to be using the Lords of Blood Exaltation. Bloodlust and Vicinity increases attack power by 20%. Oh my goodness. And then we have the Shard of Alexander, which is going to greatly boost the attack power of our skill by 15%. 15%, 20%, an additional 15%. Oh my goodness, I already lost the count. So you guys make the math. So where can you get the Claw Talisman? The Claw Talisman, you guys can acquire this almost right from the beginning, and it's going to be around this section from the Rampart Tower. Just go out and you guys are going to see a tower. Go up on the tower and it's going to be on a dead corpse. The next talisman, which is going to be the Blood Exaltation, you guys are going to be able to get this around here, actually really close here on a Catawam around this section, which is going to be carried by a bloody priest. Kill him. And then the talisman is going to be all yours. In the Millicent Prosthesis, you guys are going to be able to acquire this by completing the Millicent quest line. Once you complete it, you're going to be given 2 choices, and choose this one, and trust me, it's a good one to do. And then the last one is going to be the Shard of Alexander, which you guys are going to be able to get that once you defeat and complete the whole quest line for Alexander. Defeat him, and then this one is going to be all yours. Now, this is where the math becomes even better. Though you guys are going to be able to increase the power on this build by using the Dexterity Not Crystal tier. Is actually going to raise your entire power of your weapons by an additional 30 points. And if you guys use that in combination with the Landon Heart tier, which is going to temporarily boost your poise, and I told you guys I was going to help you out and show you what exactly you need to do to be able to raise your poise. By doing that, it's going to help you take on hits, because you guys wanted to stay alive. The longer you stay alive, the more damage you guys are going to be able to do. Now, what type of incantations we are going to be using with this build. There actually is only one incantation, and it is Grant Me Some Strength. This one is going to boost over 100 points on your physical damage, which is going to help the bleed and overall you guys are just going to be a menace in society, dealing so much damage, so much blood loss in just one hit, which is ridiculous amount. And you guys are going to be loving this build. So let me know, guys, in the comment section below how much you guys are enjoying this build. And then the last thing we are going to be taking a look at is the status. So our attributes points are as follow: Vigor 40, just giving us enough health to stay alive and to make sure that we deal enough damage in return. Mine is going to be at 20 because we are not going to be using a lot of FP. The only way you guys are going to be using a lot of FP is when you grant me some strength, and also you are doing the double slash on the Asher Ward, but it doesn't take a lot, so that is 20 is just fine. Endurance is going to be at 25. We are not very heavy, we're just right there in the sweet spot to be able to use 25. Strength is going to be at 20. Dexterity is going to be at 25. With the help of the Flask Wondrous, we are going to go to 35 with an additional 3 minutes, which is just perfect. Intelligence at 9. We're actually not using no intelligence. We're just going to be brutal at Arcane at 80. And that is what you guys need to make sure you have it to 80, even though the weapon is not 80, but once you infuse the seppuku, you guys are going to be able to pretty much just raise the power of the bleed, but you guys need to set it at 80. Now, if you guys have seppuku twice implemented in both weapons, and you guys are going to be dealing the highest amount of bleed damage you guys can do in Elden Ring, which is just ridiculous. So let me know, guys, in the comment section below. And if you guys made it this far, I just want to say thank you again for supporting us. And also, and if you're new to the channel and you're still here, why not hit the subscription button? Not only do we have more Elden Ring videos coming up, we got Howard Legacy videos coming up, Assassin's Creeds, and much more. The games that you guys love to play, and we have your back by bringing you guys guides and also builds for that. Also, take a look at this video here. It's another build, but this one is very OP. It's a Frost build. It's just very powerful, better than the Rivers of Blood, but not as good as this one, because this one is God tier that you're watching here, boys. Once again, thank you, and we'll see you guys on the next one.